Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Modern Philosophy Podcast. I am your host, Kira Ashlee, aka Ashlee Haze, and I am so excited for our guest today. This episode is Modern Entrepreneurship, and we have the lovely Bee Nashell. So I know Bee Nashell, and you all don't know that you know her because she has been behind the camera for our production company, Philosophy Media Group, for the past year, maybe. It all happens so fast.
Yes,
But
yes.
Bee started just a shadowing intern, and now she takes my photos. Now she aids in video production and audio production.
Look at
And
God.
you have been spreading your wings. I'm so happy to see you here. But first, let me properly introduce the people to you. Bee Nashell is your personal hype man at your local brunch on a lit Sunday. She's that one stranger who encourages you to be the best that you can be. She's also that person who puts all of her effort into capturing your image in the most unapologetic way possible. So, y'all, please welcome photographer, media producer, Miss Bee Nashell.
Okay, I'm all for it.
I love you because you're always so bright. But welcome to the show.
It feels good to be sitting here at this table with you rather than behind the camera. So it's a good experience.
I'm glad you like it. So walk me through, what's your story? Where are you from? How did you get to Georgia?
I am from this small town called Maple Hill, North Carolina.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of it?
I have never heard of Maple Hill. And I've been in a lot of places in North Carolina, but no, I've never heard of it.
So it's like 2 hours away from Raleigh, North Carolina.
Okay, I know what Raleigh is.
Maple Hill is so small. We don't have a hospital. We don't have no schools. We don't have a Walmart.
Wow.
We have to travel 45 minutes out to go to the hospital or to get to school.
Wow, that's small.
Exactly. Very small. But the positive thing about Maple Hill is that it's like generations on top of generations. So my mother's mother was raised there. Her mother was raised there. My great-grandparents was raised there. So it's truly like a trademark. So after graduating high school, I ended up going to Livingstone College.
Okay.
Where the blueberries at.
Okay.
But after leaving Livingstone College, due to the fact that I wasn't able to go back to school, I ended up going back to Maple Hill, and I met a couple friends at LC, and one of my best friends from LC decided to move with me to Atlanta. So that's how I got here.
Y'all just up and did it together, huh?
We had dreams, we had aspirations, we had goals. Child, we was tired of sitting where we was at and was ready to grow.
And that's a lesson too. Sometimes, they say grow where you're planted, but sometimes you do have to uproot yourself. My folks uprooted from Chicago to Atlanta to Georgia, so I definitely feel that. So what made you decide that you wanted to be a photographer? How long have you been doing that?
Well, I've always been a creative person, so from doing art when I was younger. In middle school, I used to sell cell phone cases for $15.
I was a candy lady.
You was a candy lady?
For sure.
Yeah. So I remember this one time there was this contest on Disney Channel when I was younger. I was like in, I believe, 5th grade. I went and took my grandfather's VHS camera where he records, and I took it to my cousin's house. I'm like, hey, y'all, let's do this contest so we can get on Disney Channel. I was the producer.
Your first production.
There was no tapes in the camera at all.
Oh.
So I was sitting here thinking, I know what I'm doing and don't know what I'm doing at all. But I didn't know that would lead to me wanting to actually be a photographer. So that was pretty dope. And also actually just being tired of standing still. Not being able to graduate from college was definitely hard for me. And it wasn't because of my grades. It's simply because I didn't have enough money to go back.
As is the case with a lot of people.
And I ended up going back to Maple Hill, and that's where you said sometimes we have to be uprooted and replanted so our roots can grow a little bit deeper. that's just how I ended up doing it.
So you picked up a camera there, or was it in Atlanta where you
Oh
fell in
no,
love with photography?
I picked up a camera at home.
Ah, I see. So you
Mhm.
just were
Yep.
taking pictures.
At that time, I was working for Apple, so I was doing tech support. Yeah, doing
Ah,
tech support for MacBooks, cell phones. I got really tired of it. I knew I was a artsy, crafty person,
yeah.
and I was already doing digital logos, websites, stuff like that. So I was like, what could I possibly do with the camera? I didn't choose photography. Photography
Photography chose you.
chose me. So that was dope. So I've been doing it for about 3 years. Three
Okay.
years now. Self-taught the first year, and being taught by different mentors continuously on by then from
Just
then.
keep growing. What are who are your inspirations? What
My
photographers you look up to?
ooh. So
Or
I
entrepreneurs, whoever.
my inspiration is actually my grandmother. She was a photographer back
Oh,
then.
wow.
Yeah, she was a photographer back then, but she stopped because she had a family that she had to take care of.
Wow.
One reason why this woman is one of my inspirations is because I wouldn't be here.
Mhm.
I would not be in Atlanta without her. I wouldn't have had my first camera without her.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
shout out to Granny. Thank you so much for putting
Mhm.
that camera in your hands, because
Right?
you've done a lot of work with it. So you came onto the team through our co-producer Ian. So how did y'all meet?
I met Ian at the photo spot.
Okay.
Getting our film developed. I was there first. He pulled up in the Cadillac.
In a Cadillac.
In the Cadillac. We started conversating then. We'd had developed a dope work relationship. He was just like, I might got some gigs for you later on down the line. I'll hit you up if I need you. About 2 weeks later, he hit me up. He was like, hey, I got this event with Hayes. I think it was the Poets for the Revolution. It
Probably,
was.
because he called and he's like, "Yo, I got somebody," and I'm like, "I don't got no money."
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
he was like, "No, I think she'll help," and I was like, "Cool, bring her,"
Yeah.
and I've been in love with you ever
Oh,
since.
I love you too.
Oh.
But yeah, that's the day we had ordered Roscoe's chicken. What was it? Roscoe's chicken.
No,
What's that
we don't
chicken
got
place down?
Roscoe's here.
What's that chicken place
Ain't
down the
no
street?
telling.
She said, I don't know.
Harold's? That
Harold.
sounds like something I
Yeah,
would do. Yeah,
yeah,
we ordered Harold's that day. Yeah, it's the
yeah,
interview day. Oh,
yeah. So
wow.
it was pretty dope because he actually brought me into to different rooms that I didn't even know existed.
Mm.
So did Philosophy Media Group, but it's just like he's definitely been there for me. He's been a big value, a big asset in my photography career, and I feel like I've been the same for him. Hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know where I'd be without you, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, it's just great to have people like him in my life and like you as well to bring me on the scene and to show me new things and to, definitely allow me to experience bigger and better things that I've ever experienced before.
Oh, happy to. So glad you could be along for the ride. So what has been your most valuable lesson that you've learned while working at PMG?
Things can get bigger.
Mm. Say more.
Things can get bigger for real, for real. When I first started, I didn't know exactly how big photography can get or even videography. And it's like every year or every quarter, I notice how much bigger it can get.
How much bigger it can get.
Yes, especially like I said, the rooms that we've stepped in, the things that we produce, the ideas that you guys have for me and my vision as well. It's just like, okay, now I see like there's no limits.
There is no
There's no
limits.
limitations at all.
No limits. What has been your most valuable lesson as a freelance creative?
My most valuable lesson as a freelance creative is being intentional.
Mm.
If I was a photographer in college, I would not have taken this serious
Mm.
at
I
all.
see.
I would have played around. I was the type of person in college where I used to work at Cracker Barrel, right?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, first job.
That's what's up.
Used
Mine
to
was
work
Pizza Hut.
at Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
So I went to Cracker Barrel and I would make money for me and my friends just for that night. right? For us to just hang out, to go get some drinks, to have a good time. But yet I'm forgetting about tomorrow. I forgot I
Mm.
got to eat tomorrow. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I forgot I need gas for tomorrow. So now I'm in a predicament where, okay, if we're doing these projects, what are we doing these projects for? Why are we
Mhm.
doing these projects? Why do I want to capture this image that I have in my head? Like,
Mhm.
what's the purpose for it?
So
Mhm.
just putting an intention behind your
Mhm.
work. And
Mhm.
why is it important to have Black women behind the lens?
Oh, it's very important. Why is it important? It is very important because little Black girls don't even know that these positions exist.
Mhm.
They don't know that, you have big opportunities to be a dope photographer and to meet different people and have a huge business of your own. They feel like sometimes not even they, but sometimes your family put the perspective on you that you have to go to college. You have to
Mhm.
fulfill their dreams. You have to be a doctor. You have
It's
to be
gotta
a
be a certain
dentist.
way, right?
So unfortunately that way didn't work out for me at all.
Mm.
God had a purpose for me. He said, "Hey, your purpose is not to be an OBGYN." That's what I went to
That's
school
what you were
for.
gonna do?
Yes, I
Wow.
want to be an OBGYN. Your purpose is actually to, be a creative,
Mhm.
to push yourself, to be bigger than what you've ever done before. Because at school, no, no, no,
Nah.
going to class every day wasn't for me.
That wasn't
No,
it.
no.
You gotta be honest
But
about
I
that.
haven't pushed myself to my fullest potential ever in my life. But once I got that camera in my hand, you
Mm.
see me going.
Yeah.
I'm running. I'm like, my life depends on this.
You are powerful behind that lens. I have witnessed it.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, what are you most proud of so far? Any favorite projects, clients?
What am I most proud of thus far? My stability. Being
Mm.
able to be stable within this business and calling myself an entrepreneur.
Yeah. Yeah.
That comes with route. And I'm also most proud of the lessons that I learned and the people that I've ran into.
Yeah.
For example, my photography name used to be Smokes Photography.
Oh, I do remember that now.
Mm-hmm.
Now I recall that.
Smokes Photography. And if I didn't run into one of my mentors who told me, "Hey, I think you need to change your name,"
Uh-huh.
I would have never changed my name. And I'm grateful for that. So
Branding, just a branding
branding, yeah,
thing.
definitely.
That branding is a lesson that, let me tell you, keep learning, you keep growing.
Mm-hmm.
You don't stop, just like change. Like even now I go back here, Ashley. We
Mm-hmm.
started the season. I was somebody
Yeah,
different.
yeah,
So
yeah.
always be willing to grow. What are your short and long term art goals?
My short-term goal that I have for myself is just to stay still and refresh my brain with my basics
Mm-hmm.
so we can be able to do bigger and better things.
Yeah.
Um, and my long-term goal is to be a DP, a
Okay.
director of photography. That means, basically putting together the set, getting the crew,
Yeah.
getting everything together for the director themselves. Right now, I actually do that as a photographer. I look for the locations,
Mm-hmm.
I find the MUA, I get the
Mm-hmm.
wardrobe together.
You really do. And I'm like, wow.
Everything, everything. So I feel like I'm working towards that as right now as I'm doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, and you are. You are,
Mhm.
and you're gonna get bigger sets and bigger budgets. I believe it. I'm gonna make sure it
Come
happens.
through, come through.
All right. So one of the things that I admire most about you is your TikTok. You commit to TikTok in a way that like
Girl.
I have not seen like up close and personal. Like I watched you making TikToks when we're on the road and I'm like, what is she
Girl.
over there doing? So what are your tips for the elderly TikTok users such as myself?
Stop using them filters.
Really?
Yes. The girls and the boys love sunlight and they love 4K quality. They do not love the filters.
Good to know.
Yes.
Man, listen, the way
Yes.
I be tapping them doggone filters.
Yes, they like it better. They like for you to be more pure.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Well, that's a tip, y'all. Y'all
Yeah.
take that and run with it.
Yeah, definitely just be yourself as well.
And be yourself. Be
Mhm.
authentic.
Mhm.
So where can people find you, Brittany Nashell? Where can they book a photo shoot by you?
You can find me at BrittanyNashell.com or my Instagram at BEE.N as in Nancy, ASHELL, B.Nashell.
Y'all, please follow Bee Nashell on Instagram. Y'all be sure to book Brittany for your next photo shoot. Y'all,
Yay.
please follow her. I am so excited
Me
for where
too.
this journey is headed.
We got some goals, girl.
We got some goals, don't we? Y'all, thank you so much for tuning into the Modern Philosophy Podcast, where together we are learning better, doing better, and being better. The song of the week is Diva.
Ooh,
I think you get
okay.
Diva.
Okay.
Diva by Beyonce. And y'all, please remember to hydrate, moisturize, mind your business, and wash your damn hands. And I will see y'all next time.
Period.